He's dribbling the ball with everything on the line. He's driving down the pitch. He's facing price hikes and cuts past him. Carrier Contracts tries to block him. Oh, he leaves him in the dust. He's at the edge of the box. He cuts past the nonstop group chat trash talk. He clears on goal. He shoots. Goal! Unlimited data for $25 a month forever!
Visit your local Boost Mobile store today to get unlimited data with a price that never changes. Boost Mobile. After 30 GB, customers may experience lower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost $25 unlimited plan.
This is Hannah Berner, the co-host of Giggly Squad. We could all just stay in bed scrolling through other people's vacations forever, but where is the fun in that? The best memories come from stepping outside of your little bubble and being open to the unexpected. And what better way to be open to the unexpected than finally booking that trip to Europe? You guys know I'm a Delta girly. Every time I go, I get my Delta headphones. And when I fly to Europe, Delta treats me like a queen, and they'll treat you too. I was always a little nervous about navigating a foreign country, but then I realized it's so important to grow and see different cultures and to put yourself in different situations, and Delta held my hand the whole time. Being away just helps you put life into perspective, and your little worries are not so bad. Travel really is the best way to discover something new about yourself and grow from the experience. Step outside your comfort zone this summer, get some Delta headphones, and fly with Delta Airlines. They truly are the best way to get to Europe, and they just make the whole journey feel so comfortable and seamless. Go book your next chapter right now at delta.com.
On today's Smart 7, Starmer in Kyiv for final meeting with Zelensky. Ofcom launches investigation into TikTok and much more. It's Friday, 17th of July. It's Tattoo Day, and happy birthday, David Hasselhoff.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Prime Minister Keir Starmer wrapped up a busy week with a final flying visit to Kyiv on Thursday. He may have been startled by crowds of protesters when he arrived, but they weren't for him. Instead, it's an expression of frustration by Ukrainians at the sacking of Defence Minister Mikhailo Fedorov. The popular minister, who is credited with the change in Ukraine's battlefield fortunes, has clashed with military leaders, but it's not clear if the protests will see President Zelensky change his mind. Zelensky was busy on Thursday expressing Ukraine's gratitude to the UK as he presented Starmer with Ukraine's highest honour, the Order of Freedom.
We are especially grateful to Keir Starmer, with whom we've been working very hard throughout this time of full-scale war. Britain has always been with Ukraine, and we value this immensely.
The soon-to-be former PM paid tribute to the courage and determination of the Ukrainian people, telling them, "You will win this war."
It has been a real privilege to stand alongside you and to support Ukraine in this fight. I've visited Ukraine 4 times since the war started, and that means I can see and understand firsthand the difference and the devastation that Russia has wrought.
The government moved to finally nationalise British Steel on Thursday after Parliament passed new legislation allowing the move based on public interest. The company, which was owned by China's Jingi Group, has been struggling, and last year saw the government take control of the British Steel operations in Scunthorpe. Business Secretary Peter Kyle says the decision to move on nationalisation will give the government much greater control over the company's future.
When I look about what's happening around the world and the uncertainties, the instability in supply chains, I've taken the decision that when it comes to critical infrastructure, that it is essential we have a domestic supply.
A report by the National Audit Office released in March suggested that the firm might be losing more than £1 million a day, so there's an urgent need for a turnaround in its fortunes, with almost 3,000 jobs at stake. Tory Shadow Business Secretary Andrew Griffith says the change of ownership won't make much difference if there's no plan for what happens next.
We said the government should come forward with a plan. They still haven't come forward with a plan. It was April 2025 that they said there's this emergency, we have to act this day. They haven't said what any of these things cost.
Social media platforms have come under an increasingly intense spotlight as the UK moves towards its social media ban for those under 16. The latest to find itself in trouble with regulator Ofcom is TikTok, which is facing a new investigation into how it manages the process of age checks. TikTok use a tool called age inference, which predicts a user's age based on how they use the platform and interact with others. And a spokesman said that the company is confident that the tech allows them to meet their Online Safety Act obligations. Kate Davies, who is the Group Director for Strategy and Research at Ofcom, is not so sure.
We found that some methods of age checks being used by social media are not working well enough. Specifically, what a lot of social media services are doing is using something called age inference. It is not in our guidance as an effective method of age check.
Thursday evening saw US President Donald Trump give a speech on election security as he continues to try and force his election bill through Congress. The Save America Act would require voters to present ID to vote, but it has little chance of passing despite the president's wishes. Meanwhile, the US and Iran continue to exchange strikes on Thursday, with an Iranian spokesperson threatening that all infrastructure in the region would be crushed if President Trump delivers on his threats to hit Iran's civilian infrastructure. There are some tentative signs that talks could resume, but with both sides blockading the Strait of Hormuz, shipping has stopped almost entirely and oil prices are on the rise once again. US Vice President J.D. Vance sat down with Joe Rogan for a 3-hour chat, and he says that the political landscape has complicated efforts for peace.
There are some people within their system we know beyond a shadow of a doubt who are manipulating and trying to change American public opinion to keep the war going on indefinitely.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, in association with Metro, F1 heads to Belgium and Zendaya chats Spider-Man. Right after this.
Before we had AT&T Business Wireless coverage, our delivery GPS wasn't the most reliable. Once our driver had to do a 14-point turn to get back on route. A 14-point turn! An influencer even live streamed the whole thing. Not good for business. Now with AT&T Business Wireless, routes are updating on the fly and deliveries are on time. And the influencer did get us 53 new followers, though.
AT&T Business Wireless. Connecting changes everything.
This is Hannah Berner, the co-host of Giggly Squad. We could all just stay in bed scrolling through other people's vacations forever, but where is the fun in that? The best memories come from stepping outside of your little bubble and being open to the unexpected. And what better way to be open to the unexpected than finally booking that trip to Europe? You guys know I'm a Delta girly. Every time I go, I get my Delta headphones. And when I fly to Europe, Delta treats me like a queen, and they'll treat you too. I was always a little nervous about navigating a foreign country, but then I realized it's so important to grow and see different cultures and to put yourself in different situations, and Delta held my hand the whole time. Being away just helps you put life into perspective, and your little worries are not so bad. Travel really is the best way to discover something new about yourself and grow from the experience. Step outside your comfort zone this summer, get some Delta headphones, and fly with Delta Airlines. They truly are the best way to get to Europe, and they just make the whole journey feel so comfortable and seamless. Go book your next chapter right now at delta.com.
Welcome back. Saturday sees England facing France in the least popular game of the World Cup, where third place is decided. Sunday will see Spain and Argentina go head-to-head in an epic battle for the title, but there's plenty of other sport this weekend if you can't bear to watch. The Open Championship is on at Royal Birkdale, and the Formula One Roadshow is at Spa for the Belgian Grand Prix. It probably won't be a good weekend for McLaren's Lando Norris, who picked up a 10-place penalty for a fourth battery of the season as the team struggles with power issues. Red Bull's Max Verstappen will be hoping for a better weekend as he is languishing in 7th place in the championship, but he's still not prepared to talk about his future with Red Bull.
Is there any update you can give us?
No.
And what do you make of the speculation?
Nothing.
And do you have a date in mind?
No, there's nothing to say.
So full commitment to Red Bull 2020?
I said there's nothing to say.
Friday sees Christopher Nolan's epic movie The Odyssey finally hit the cinemas. It's been shot for IMAX and has had amazing reviews across the board, so there are high hopes for the box office this weekend. The stellar cast have all been busy doing appearances and premieres, and Zendaya, who plays Athena, popped up with Jimmy Fallon. She revealed that boyfriend/husband, Tom Holland, was the one who told her she'd got the part, but she's also a big fan of his work, as she told Jimmy.
One of the very early Spider-Man movies, me and my family, we snuck into the back, and that was really fun. But I remember it was the last Spider-Man premiere was so special because we knew that big, the Spider-Men were back.
There haven't been a whole lot of movies about the Peasants' Revolt of 1381, but that's about to change. Director Paul Greengrass, the man behind movies like Jason Bourne and Green Zone, has written and directed a new historical epic called The Uprising. It stars Andrew Garfield along with Jamie Bell, Tom Hollander and Catherine Waterston, and it tells the story of the uprising against the tyranny of the 14-year-old King Richard II. Garfield wasn't the first choice star, with both Benedict Cumberbatch and Matthew McConaughey pencilled for the lead at one point, but he looks pretty convincing as the rebel leader. It's due to hit cinemas in September.
Rebel armies converge on London. 10,000, maybe more. Who leads them? A ploughman.
There will be no peace until we are free.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
This is Hannah Berner, the co-host of Giggly Squad. We could all just stay in bed scrolling through other people's vacations forever, but where is the fun in that? The best memories come from stepping outside of your little bubble and being open to the unexpected. And what better way to be open to the unexpected than finally booking that trip to Europe? You guys know I'm a Delta girly. Every time I go, I get my Delta headphones. And when I fly to Europe, Delta treats me like a queen, and they'll treat you too. I was always a little nervous about navigating a foreign country, but then I realized it's so important to grow and see different cultures and to put yourself in different situations, and Delta held my hand the whole time. Being away just helps you put life into perspective, and your little worries are not so bad. Travel really is the best way to discover something new about yourself and grow from the experience. Step outside your comfort zone this summer, get some Delta headphones, and fly with Delta Airlines. They truly are the best way to get to Europe, and they just make the whole journey feel so comfortable and seamless. Go book your next chapter right now at delta.com.
Here's a tip for you. There's a podcast out there with fans waiting to be your next customer. They tune in every week, they trust the host, and that host wants to talk about brands like yours in their own words to their audience. The problem is, you just haven't been introduced yet. We're Acast, where that introduction happens. As the world's largest podcast marketplace, we let you browse shows, see who's listening, and book host-read sponsorships or run your own ads, all from one platform. Transparent pricing, real-time data, complete control. Start advertising on podcasts by visiting acast.com/advertise.